guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, otherwise known as Disney Circus Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully this is going to be the start of maybe some weekly Disneyland Paris news videos. I don't know, we shall have to wait and see. So please feel free to hit that like button if you're new here and you like my content. Thank you so much for checking it out first of all, and if you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button and feel free to drop a comment below. Let's talk about what I'm about to talk about, basically. So I haven't yet got a name for this hopefully weekly show. I do have coming up tomorrow a new live stream show which I am calling Disney Dizziness, which tomorrow is probably just going to be a random one, getting into the swing of things, and then onwards from there it'll be all sorts of craziness. Some will be Disney crafting, maybe some Disney baking, Disney puzzles, Disney hauls from Primark, as I'm sure there's going to be a lot of them. Yeah, all manner of Disney things in general. But for this one, I'd like to make sort of like a weekly Disneyland Paris vlog, basically, where I just sit down and I talk about Disneyland Paris. And so yeah, that's what this is. So today, well, actually I'll explain a little bit more. So like, I'd like to be able to give some Disneyland Paris like hints and tips, like I used to do DLP chat, so hints and tips. Like I'm talking way too fast here, I'm so sorry. It's because I'm nervous. So I'd like to do like some hints and tips, like travel tips, which form of travel to Disneyland Paris is best for you, which way of booking is best for you, especially as I have experienced all different forms like of booking. I've in one trip I booked a package deal as if I was not an annual pass holder. I booked to stay off site. I booked under the annual pass system. I booked all different means and all different transports. So I mean, the only transport I've not done is the ferry. So I've been on the shuttle but not to Disney, so I've been on the car train but not to Disney. I went to Germany, so I can sort of advise you a little bit on that, but Jodie and Carly would be better to tell you about that at the moment. However, in the future there's nothing to say that I won't be doing that. But yeah, I'm going off topic here. I'm just sort of saying that I would like this to become sort of a news and a hints and tips vlog for Disneyland Paris. So nervous. Anyway, moving on. Today we have had some absolutely major things going on with Disneyland Paris, and by major I mean the TV spot for the 30th anniversary has dropped, and it is something very special. It does look amazing, and on top of that, Stars on Parade has made its grand return. It's back. Those of you who know me well know that Stars on Parade is by far my favourite Disney parade. Okay, with the exception of Spectro Magic. So, but Spectro Magic is now extinct. It is never coming back. So my favourite current Disney parade is Stars on Parade. When it goes extinct, which I'm sure at some point it will be up there with Spectro Magic. So I want to start today off by talking about the TV spot, I think. So the TV spot for the 30th anniversary, the first TV spot, I'm sure there'll be more. The first TV spot has landed. It showed Stars on Parade. It showed the Stars on Parade floats. Although there was one very odd visual, and somebody on Twitter pointed this out. There was a visual of the Buzz Lightyear float, and it was Buzz Lightyear's rocket that he sits in for Stars on Parade, but with Buzz Lightyear hanging onto the back of it as if he's flying. It's a really imaginative TV spot. So if you haven't seen it, go look up Disneyland Paris 30th anniversary TV spot. It's very imaginative, actually, very brightly coloured, very beautiful, very visually stunning, visually pleasing. It's very, let's put it this way, people didn't want to go before. Seeing this is like a feast for the eyes. That's what I was looking for, a feast for the eyes. People are going to want to go and see what's going on when they see this TV spot. It's being filmed, and whoever planned it, Disney have really thought this TV spot out. The only other advert that I think topped it was the Donald Duck Ugly Duckling one, which, if you haven't seen the Donald Duck Ugly Duckling Disneyland Paris advert, you need to check that out, because Disney won advertising that year. It was a little like a duckling that didn't fit in, and it saw Disneyland Paris, and Donald welcomed him with open arms, and it was fantastic. But yeah, this TV spot is right up there with that one. It's a very magical TV spot. But getting back to this visual that we've got of Buzz Lightyear holding onto his rocket in the Stars on Parade float, it would appear that the Tower of Terror has been moved to the back of Main Street. There's a very strange visual of the Tower of Terror behind the buildings in Main Street, when the Tower of Terror is over in the other park. Don't get me wrong, it's really funny, but it has sparked some amazing memes on Twitter. One in particular from a meme generation actually said, breaking news, for the 30th anniversary, the Tower of Terror will be moved to the back of Main Street. And I had to do a double take, because I hadn't noticed that part of the TV spot. It is a very quick visual, but it's true, it's there. The Tower of Terror is behind the buildings in Main Street. So yeah, that's very strange. But yeah, you definitely need to go and check out this TV spot. You can tell they've filmed it in winter, but it's very beautiful. It's very visually stunning. It is a feast for the eyes. So we all know for the 30th anniversary, we are not getting a new parade. We are getting Stars on Parade still. We are getting some exclusive new merch, which I am hoping, if the travel ban isn't lifted, I'm really hoping they make it available, because there's some merchandise over there at the moment that I'm dying to get my hands on, but because of the travel ban, can't get it. It used to be available on shopdisney.co.uk, but now on shopdisney.co.uk we've just got Disneyland and Walt Disney World. We've still got 2020 merchandise for Disneyland Paris. Go figure, we're 2 years on from that. But yeah, we've still got 2020 merchandise. Yeah. So I'm hoping, we've got an amazing Loungefly backpack. And there is a 30th anniversary cocktail that looks stunning. There's some 30th anniversary snacks. I will go into those a bit more when more comes about. You go there. You go there. That's it, you stand here with me. Aussie, everyone, who has had his nose in a pasta pot, which is why it's red. He's had his nose in a pasta pot. So what else have we got merchandise wise? At the moment there is a Spirit jersey and a t-shirt that's available, and it has the 30th logo on. The 30th logo is so clever. It's a play on Mickey Mouse. Kind of looks like the old Disney, you know, on the Disney Channel when they used to get them to go like that with the wand, and it's a little bit like that. You've got the 3 and then the O attached to the bottom of the 3, so it looks like a 30, but it also looks like a Mickey Mouse head. The colour scheme looks to be like a blue purpley iridescent colour scheme. The costumes look amazing. We have seen images of what the costumes are going to look like. We've seen images of what the decorations are going to look like. This TV spot doesn't really give an inkling into any of that. But yeah, so we've got some amazing 30th stuff coming up, and I will cover that in another one of these. But because I could really go on all night about the 30th and about the merchandise and what we can expect. But for now, I want to move on to Stars on Parade. As I mentioned, for the 30th, we are not getting a new parade. We are continuing with Stars on Parade. I think there's going to be a few updates, shall we say. So basically, when we had the 20th anniversary, they said there was a new parade. It turned out not to be a new parade. It was like an upgrade of the Once Upon a Dream parade, and it turned into Magic on Parade. And basically, Magic on Parade, it just had one continuous song going all the way through it, rather than each individual unit having its own individual music. It flowed a lot better though than what they had for Once Upon a Dream Parade. Showstops were gone, because in Once Upon a Dream Parade they had showstops with the kids involved. They cut that out, which is a good thing. So basically we had the same floats, different music, and they hung a few banners on the floats, a few flags that said 20. And then for the 25th anniversary, that's when we got Stars on Parade. That's when we got the new float. So like the new float, the new parade, the new music, everything was new. So we've reached 30th. We know we are not getting a completely new parade. This is different to what was originally said. What was originally said before lockdown was that there would be a new parade for the 30th that would be nighttime ready. So basically, Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade. What we see for Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade, originally they were planning something like that for the 30th, but I think COVID pretty much got in the way of that. So we have another 5 years of Stars on Parade. And I think at the 35th, I think that's when we'll see a new parade, a completely new parade. I am beyond happy that Stars on Parade is staying, because I really love the music, I really love the floats. If they ever take Maleficent away, I shall be furious. But that first float is by far my favourite Disney float ever. The steampunk element to it ties in with Discoveryland very well. So well, in fact, that when the park reopened from COVID, they actually had the parade version of the characters. So Mickey, Minnie, Donald, they had them in their parade costumes doing selfie spots in the Nautilus in Discoveryland. Which I'd have given an arm and a leg to be there, but there were still travel restrictions on, and by the time I could go, of course, they've got parades back in the form of Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade. So Stars on Parade came back today, and today I've seen videos already. They opened the gate. Usually the gates open after the parade is announced. Today, like what I noticed is they opened the gates before the music started, which I think was fantastic. And the starting wave, the energy that was put into it was just seeing that gate open. Like, I was watching it on my phone. I wanted to be there, but there's a travel ban in place, so I can't be there. But yeah, watching it on my phone, it was emotional. But I noticed a few things. So the first thing I noticed, we have the same characters at the start. So Mary Poppins, Bert, Pinocchio, Tigger, Aladdin, Mad Hatter, Genie. Yeah, I think that's it. Geppetto might be there. My mind's frazzled from being so in awe of this parade coming back. In fact, I think Geppetto is there. Alice, she's there. I think I might have mentioned her there. There's just an abundance of characters in this parade. So of course the doors open and there is the gates open and there are the characters, and there's that amazing steampunk float with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, Chip and Dale on it. And I have to say, the first thing I noticed was the amount of smoke coming from Goofy's jetpack. Now I can't remember the last time I saw smoke coming from Goofy's jetpack. In fact, I don't think he ever had it before. He probably did, but it just seemed so new to me. Like, having not seen this parade for 2 years, this all seemed so new, and it was like watching it for the first time again. And oh, the chills and the magic from it was just amazing, just to hear that music again. And oh, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I would actually tell you guys, go check out DLP Report. They're quite a big channel, but yeah, go check them out. They have footage of the moment those gates opened. It's fantastic. I've got a few notes. Another of the first things I noticed, other than Goofy's jetpack, was the fact that the song Zippity Doodah is no longer in the parade. This is a huge step forward. We know that Splash Mountain is to become a Princess and the Frog based ride. Zippity Doodah, of course, is from Song of the South. It's quite a controversial movie, and the song has proved to be quite a controversial subject. The use of it has proved to become quite controversial because of obviously the racism that is involved with Song of the South. And I have to admit, I'm glad that they have taken Zippity Doodah out. I'm glad it's gone, because it shows that Disney, those values are not Disney's values. Not anymore. They never should have been, and they are accepting that. So Zippity Doodah is gone. I mean, it's a good song, don't get me wrong, it is a good song, but it's because of what it's linked to that's forever tainting it, and unfortunately we can't move past that. The only way we can move past that is to remove it and to learn from it. The only thing I would say about it coming out of this parade is the editing to the music. You can actually, in today's version, I noticed, and this might just be me being picky because of the profession that I'm in, and the sound editing and stuff that we do here for our acts and stuff. I noticed when it got to that part, it cut very suddenly. You could hear that as it just started, and then it cut to an instrumental part, and the instrumental part didn't quite fit with what was there before, and then suddenly it cut back to the yeah, it cut back to that bit. It cut back to the Envie de Magie very quickly as well. It wasn't clean cut. It wasn't edited as good as I would have. I'm very picky with my sound editing. If you've seen my if you've seen my video that I did on Christmas Day, which was a multi-angle of the Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade, I have done my best to edit it so that the sound flows into each other. I didn't want to put a soundtrack over it. I would rather edit the videos so that the sound flows. And for the most part I managed it, and there was parts when it was physically impossible for me to do because of situations that had gone on in the park. But that really wound me up and it really winds me up when I watch it because it's not perfect. The sound isn't perfect, and I'm like so yeah, that's just my little niggle with that one being taken out, is that they haven't perhaps edited it to perfection. I think they could just tweak it a little and it would be really good. Right, so we've covered Zippity Doodah being gone. We've covered Goofy's amazing jetpack. Although on one video that I saw of the parade making its way down Main Street from the castle, the parade passed and there was just smoke everywhere and you couldn't see the Toy Story unit coming down Main Street, which I thought was hilarious. What else have I noted? I've got notes here. I've actually got notes on Stars on Parade. So another thing I noticed was the princesses. So we've gone through the parade, and usually the princesses, when they come out there with their princes, and we have Belle, Cinderella and Rapunzel are here with their princes with a horse and carriage, but of course it's not a real horse, it's motorized. The princes are actually driving it. It's like an electronic based float. The princes put their foot on the pedal and off it goes. The princes were not in this parade. The only prince that is in this parade today was Prince Philip, when he was fighting Maleficent the dragon, which she looked stunning coming down Main Street. She's the only thing that I regret. Like, I should have seen her when I went in November, but thanks to Eurostar cancelling certain services, I didn't get to see it. So thank you, Eurostar. So yeah, the princesses are normally with their princes. 3 of them are in those horse and carriage thingies, and the rest of them, like, we've got Snow White, Tiana, Aurora's usually dancing with the fairies. Trying to think which other princesses Jasmine, I don't think she's not normally in the parade. What other princesses have we got? Ariel and Eric, they're usually in it. But yeah, we have a selection of princesses that are on foot with their princes dancing. There were no on foot princesses today. There was the princess float from Pirates vs Princesses. Yeah, that float was in it. And on that float were so many princesses, including Aurora and Jasmine. Jasmine, like I said, is never usually in that parade. I'll have to go back and check it out. I think there was a couple of princesses on there that usually are not in that parade, so I'll have to go back and check it out. But Tiana was there, Aurora was there, Snow White was there, Cinderella was there, you know, the regular crew were there. But the princes were not there. And I'm wondering if this is going to be permanent, that the princes are not there, or is this a case of because of COVID? Is this because of social distancing rules? Are we having this because of social distancing? Is this, yeah. Are the princes not there to encourage social distancing? Although in saying that, today Aurora and Philip were on the castle balcony greeting people. We had Snow White and her prince that were greeting people. So, you know, it's really strange to see the princesses in this parade with no princes. The specific float that they are on is actually originated as one of the floats from Once Upon a Dream Parade, and it was originally the princess float. For a while it became, like for the Magic on Parade, it became the great big grand float at the end where I the core Disney characters were Mickey and his, like, it wasn't Sorcerer Mickey, but it was like Sorcerer Mickey. So what you see behind me, it was like that, only he was in purple. So usually on that float, like, you used to have the princesses with their princes. Belle would be with her prince, Tiana was with Naveen, Aurora was with Philip, Cinderella was with Charming, Ariel was with Eric, Rapunzel was with Flynn. So yeah, they can all fit on there. It's sort of come full circle. That float has gone back to what it was originally used for, which is quite interesting. But it was nice to see it back in a parade. So yeah, it's that float has come full circle. It's back in a parade. Stars on Parade is back. There is no denying it. It is back. However, what changes are we going to see to it? Because also on this TV spot, yes, I'm going back to the TV spot. I don't know if you guys have seen, I've got a video of this on my channel somewhere in the deepest, darkest depths at the start of 2020. We had a Frozen season at Disneyland Paris, and part of that season was a show called Frozen 2: An Enchanted Journey, and it featured a certain float with an amazing Sven animatronic / puppet on it. And the float was a very similar float is at Disneyland over in California. Only the Disneyland Paris one is a lot better. So, and on the TV spot for the 30th, it's got all the parade floats, but the Frozen float is not the current Frozen float from Stars on Parade. It's the one from Frozen 2: An Enchanted Journey. So, are we possibly... are we getting Frozen 2: An Enchanted Journey back? I don't think we will. Although the music to it is fantastic, so I could imagine if we got a separate cavalcade, that would be fantastic. But we could well see the Frozen 2 float going into Stars on Parade as opposed to what we've currently got. And what we've currently got is a massive sort of rocking Sven. It's based, the float is based on the first Frozen film, which of course is now out of date because there's been a sequel since then. So all I can think is, wow, could we possibly be seeing this Frozen 2 float going into Stars on Parade? I think it's very likely, and I think the train, the old character train, could possibly be going in as well. I think we're going to see some changes. Like, I know we're keeping Stars on Parade for another 5 years, but if Magic on Parade is anything to go by, once they'd finished celebrating the 20th anniversary, they changed it big time. So I have a feeling we could see some new elements to this parade, and I think the Frozen 2 parade could be one of those elements, which is, I don't know how I feel about it, because the Frozen unit on Stars on Parade, the costumes, the dancers are beautiful, and they're some of my favourite costumes I've ever seen. So I am just very interested as to what we could see. Although in saying that, the Frozen 2: An Enchanted Journey, the costumes from that show, the colours I've got, I don't know if all my ears are up there. 2 seconds. Yeah, so this was the colour scheme for, I've not got good lighting here, but the colour scheme was an orange with, I don't know if how bright, you can't see that, but yeah, it's a really bright orange with some pink and purple and ice blue and white. Yeah, that was the colour scheme for the dancers' costumes in Frozen 2: An Enchanted Journey. And I'm wondering if we could see those come back, and maybe the music from that that show being incorporated into Stars on Parade. It's very possible. One thing I would love to see Encanto make an appearance in Stars on Parade. Could Encanto make an appearance? It could well do. It could do, and I think it should do. Things are going to get very interesting for this parade over this next year and next couple of years, and I think this is going to be really interesting. I think we've got 5 more years of this parade, and I think we're going to see a lot of changes. As long as we don't see changes to Maleficent, I'm absolutely fine with that. So yeah, I think that about brings this to a close. It's just a quick sort of chat about the things that have come out today with Disneyland Paris. So yeah, check back next week when I will have another Disneyland Paris video for you. I shall have there is other videos from the park still coming up. I still have my vlogs from when I was there. I still have ride videos coming up. I still have attraction videos coming up. I have Sea Life Val d'Europe coming up. I have loads of videos still coming up from Disneyland Paris itself. Enough to keep me going at least another 3 or so months. At least. If more like, it's more like 5 months worth of videos I've got to come up, as long as I space them out, which I think I'm going to do. Like, I was going to do 2 videos a week, like 1 video every 4 days, but because of the travel ban, I think I'm going to space them out. So it's going to be one of these, my live stream, and then a Disneyland Paris video every week. So that's what my channel will be moving forward. It'll be one of these, then it'll be the live stream Disney Dizziness, and then it will be a video from the parks. The next video from the parks is going to be my day 4 video. It's very different and it ends quite abruptly, but I lost some footage, and I wanted to put, like, day 4 was the day I went to the Sea Life Centre there, and I wanted to do that in a different vlog. So yeah, it's a bit short and it's a bit abrupt, but it'll do. It's day 4 and it's got to be done. So that'll about do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to me go on about happenings at Disneyland Paris. Oh, some amazing happenings. Just have to show you guys this. How amazing is this? I'm actually thinking, and guys, please drop a comment down below. Let me know, should I paint these blue so that it matches? Because right now it does look quite like the Walt Disney World castle. It looks like Cinderella's castle. Should I paint these blue? Just to make it more, I mean, I know that's actually the colour scheme for the Cinderella castle now as well, as pink and blue. So should I paint these blue and make it more like Cinderella castle and Sleeping Beauty castle? Should I do it? I'm thinking of getting like some blue nail polish or something. I've got some glass paint, but I think that'll be a bit thick. So let me know, should I turn that into, yeah, should I or shouldn't I? Let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for coming here today and listening to my mad ramblings about the happenings today at Disneyland Paris. It's been an insane day. We had so much happen on one day. Hopefully, like, loads will happen over the course of the next week, and I'll have loads to talk about the next time I sit down to film one of these. Anyway, if you've liked the video, please click the like button. If you're new here, thank you so much for checking this channel out. Thank you so much for being here. If you like my content, please hit the subscribe button. Every subscriber means so much to me. I started this channel because I have such a mad, like, I wanted to share my passion for Disneyland, but this has also ended up where a place where I can be me, I can be myself, and this is where I draw my confidence. Like, people who know me know I'm not a confident person. I feel confident doing this. I feel happy. I feel like this is me, and this is yeah. So every subscriber, it does mean the world to me. So if you do like my content, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment down below. Let's have a chat about things that I've discussed in this video. Anyway, that's that, and I hope to see you guys soon. Tomorrow I'll be live at 8 PM GMT, which is 3 PM Eastern Time, 9 PM if you're in France or Belgium. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Disney Dizziness. Thank you for watching. Bye.